Is it safe to travel to Poland in 2025? It sounds like a simple question, but if you're planning a trip or even just thinking about Europe, it's totally fair to ask. Poland borders Ukraine, where there's been an ongoing war since 2022, and just hearing that can give people pause. Is it really a good idea to go, or is the risk exaggerated? Let's dive in. I'll walk you through what the travel advisories actually say, what I personally experienced on the ground during my 2024 trip, and how the situation in Ukraine, along with some surprising political developments, play into the reality of traveling to Poland today. We're not here to spread fear or ignore risks. We're here to be informed, stay safe, and make the most of our travels. First, let's talk geography. Poland shares its entire eastern border with Ukraine. We're talking hundreds of miles. And Ukraine, as you know, has been under attack by Russia for over 2 years now. So the first thought is obvious. Is it risky being that close to the war zone? Here's the thing. Poland isn't just close to the conflict. It's also a NATO member, a stable democracy, and one of the most responsive countries when the war broke out. They've taken in millions of refugees, supported humanitarian efforts, and allowed military supplies to move through. So yes, it's close. But being close isn't the same as being unsafe. I traveled to Poland in 2024, and I'll tell you what I saw in just a moment. But first, let's check what governments are actually saying. The US State Department gives every country a rating from level 1 to level 4. Level 1 is exercise normal precautions. Level 2 is exercise increased caution. Level 3 means reconsider travel. And level 4 is do not travel. Poland? It's level 1, the safest category. That's the same level as France and Germany. It's even safer on paper than the United Kingdom, which is currently at level 2. Ukraine, by contrast, is a level 4. So if you're getting nervous because Poland borders Ukraine, I get it. But government guidance says there's no unusual risk to travelers in Poland. And these ratings aren't static. They get reviewed and updated based on real events. So if something changed, we'd know. But they haven't changed. Now forget the charts for a second. What does it actually feel like to be there? When I landed in Krakow in the summer of 2024, I wasn't sure what to expect. I knew the country had taken in millions of refugees. I knew it was playing a key role in supporting Ukraine. But you know what I saw? Peaceful streets, couples walking hand in hand, packed cafes, street musicians, families with kids feeding pigeons in the squares, college students heading to class, zero military presence, no tension, no checkpoints. It looked and felt like any other European city I've visited. Honestly, if you didn't already know about the war in Ukraine, you wouldn't guess it was even happening. And I'm not alone in that experience. I've talked to several other travelers from the United States, the United Kingdom, and Australia, and they all said the same thing. They felt totally safe. So while Poland is definitely involved in the response to the war, daily life there is pretty much business as usual. Now here's something people don't always realize. Poland's economy has been growing steadily for years, and their tourism industry is booming. In 2023 alone, they saw over 20 million international visitors. That number's expected to climb again in 2025. In other words, people are going, a lot of them. And they're not just going to the big cities, they're exploring the countryside, hiking in the Tatra Mountains, relaxing by the Baltic coast, and enjoying everything the country has to offer. Poland is safe not just in theory but in practice, based on real experiences, not just policy. But what about crime? Again, Poland scores high for safety, especially when compared to other European destinations. According to the Global Peace Index, Poland consistently ranks as one of the safest countries in the world. Violent crime is rare. Petty theft can happen, especially in touristy areas, just like in Rome, Paris, or Barcelona. But it's manageable. Use common sense. Watch your bag, be aware in crowds, and don't flash cash. That's really it. Public transportation is clean and reliable. Police are helpful and generally speak some English. Emergency services are responsive. And healthcare, modern and affordable, especially compared to US standards. So if something does happen, like you get sick or lose a bag, there's a system to help you. Now let's zoom back out to the political picture, because here's where things get kind of wild. Recently, President Donald Trump has been speaking to both Zelensky and Putin about a potential ceasefire or peace deal. Whether you believe that will lead to anything or not, the point is, the war is reaching a phase where diplomacy might be making a comeback. And that affects Poland too. Poland is a key NATO ally, and it's been front and center in this crisis. But it hasn't been attacked. It hasn't seen conflict on its soil. And it continues to function like normal, with businesses open, borders clear, and travel flowing. The Polish government has also made huge investments in defense, not because the country is under attack, but because they want to prevent that from ever happening. And so far, it's working. Let's talk affordability for a second, because it's another reason Poland stands out. Prices in Poland are way lower than in Western Europe. Hotels, food, and even transportation are significantly more affordable. You can get a great meal for under $10. A train ticket across the country might cost less than a burger at home. It's one of the best budget travel destinations in Europe. So if you're looking for a place that offers safety, culture, affordability, and natural beauty, Poland checks every box. In fact, if you ask me, it's one of the most underrated countries in Europe. So let's go back to the question, is it safe to travel to Poland in 2025? Yes, absolutely. That doesn't mean you should ignore current events. Always stay informed, especially when traveling near areas of conflict. But don't confuse headlines with what life is actually like on the ground. I felt safe. Millions of others do too. The cities are alive, the countryside is stunning, and the people are kind. You won't regret going. Just be smart. Register with your embassy, get travel insurance, and stay aware of any changes. That's good advice no matter where you go. And if you're still unsure, maybe ask yourself this: are you holding back because of real danger or because of the fear of what might happen? Because in my experience, most of the time, fear isn't reality. Traveling opens your eyes, shifts your mindset, and helps you see the world and people more clearly. So if Poland's on your list, I say go. Go with confidence, go with curiosity, and go prepared. If this video helped you out, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe if you want more travel tips, safety breakdowns, and destination guides. Got a question? Drop it in the comments. I try to respond to as many as I can, especially if you're planning a trip and want more info. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.